Hi guys, welcome to Sentimental Reviews here on YouTube and on Instagram. And as you can see, I am being bombarded by my dogs right now as I'm recording this video. And this is the third time that I've recorded this video, so I am not going to refilm this again. Right here, you have Noodle, who's obsessed with this ball. Behind me was Nala, and over there is Sir. So, bye Noodle. If they're coming in and out of the picture as I'm recording, please don't mind them, and hopefully the images don't get blurry or out of focus when they're coming in the background. But thank you guys so much for your patience as you guys are watching this video. So today for you guys, I have a small 4-candle haul from Bath & Body Works. I purchased these within the last week with their new releases and their new fragrances. I was on the fence of purchasing some of their online exclusives, but sorry guys, I had to deal with a malfunction, but I am back. Like I was saying, there's a lot of online exclusives that I wanted to possibly purchase, like Pumpkin Donut Shop, Dutch warm apple waffles or something like that, but it's very hard for me to purchase stuff that I am not like familiar with in terms of fragrances, and I don't think that Bath & Body Works is the best in terms of gourmand fragrances, and I'm kind of like in my gourmand era, as a lot of people would say. And I don't know, I wasn't comfortable buying some of those fragrances, and I've heard like different views, and like I wasn't comfortable. I prefer to smell stuff and then decide if I want to purchase it or not, with the exception, of course, you know, Kringle caramel sundaes. But I always try to purchase candles that I know for sure that I would like. So all of these 4 fragrances that you see here are available at the store and online, and both of these orders were buy online, pick up in store. So let's go in order. So I purchased these 2 when the $12.95 candle sale was going on. So we have A Day at the Cafe. So my dog right there. Again, Bath & Body Works has been nailing it with the packaging. I love this deep brown color with the little picture right here of the little cappuccino there, and then the leaf, and then the nice wrap around with the gold and dark blue accents, and there's coffee and leaves around the wraparound with the nice pretty lid right there. Okay, so we have notes of rich cold brew coffee, frothed milk, sweet caramel syrup blended with ice. So this is a very strong coffee note, not espresso. So if you have pumpkin spice latte or espresso martini, the coffee note is not the same whatsoever. The espresso note, because it's espresso in that candle, is it's bitter, but it's obviously balanced out by the sweetness. Here, this is just like a cold brew, like you would grab a cold brew, like it's the stock one. You just crack it open and then just smell it. That's what this smells here. But it's definitely sweetened by a hint of caramel. It's not overwhelmingly like a caramel note there, but you can detect it, and then you get that creaminess of the milk, of the frothed milk. And then for some reason, maybe it's just because it's in the wording, I'm getting like a hint of iciness here. I don't know why. I'm crazy probably. But again, I can't wait to burn this because I'm kind of like, I don't know. I used to hate coffee fragrances, but now I'm kind of like, I haven't burned it yet, but I guess I'm getting used to the smell of it. Maybe because I'm getting older, but it doesn't, I guess, it's not off-putting as much as it used to be. And this is a nice fragrance. Okay, so we have there, A Day at the Cafe. The next one that we have, this one is totally out of my comfort zone, and I'll explain to you guys why in a second. But we have Maple Pumpkin. So again, same pretty lid. I love this gorgeous yellow color. And then there's like pink details around the wrap around here. A very nice picture here with the muffin and that beautiful leaf there. Really like that packaging. So we have notes of pumpkin spice, sweet maple syrup, and brown sugar. So I've never purchased a predominantly maple type of fragrance just because I'm not a maple syrup type of fan. Like, there she has the zoomies. Calm down. They're going to be going crazy in the background. Hey, you're gonna go to the room. Yes, stop. Thank you. That's what I say. You're going to the room because they don't like being in their dog room. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, Noodle, hi, hi. Noodle is very needy. He's probably going to sit in my lap right now. Noodle, come on, let's go. Go over there. Thank you. The life of having 3 dogs. Okay, yes. Sir, let's get out of the way. I'm just going to wait. Okay, come on, sit down, Noodle. Sit. Good boy, and just sit down. Okay, so again, like I was saying, I am not a fan of maple fragrances. I've never gotten a maple dominant type of fragrance like this, and when I do smell this, I'm getting that maple syrup. You want to smell it? You want to smell it, Noodle? Okay, let's move it, please. Thank you. But the maple syrup is getting toned down. Not like in terms of sweetness, but the brown sugar is helping balance out that maple syrup. And even though there isn't a pastry or dough type of note in here, or like cake or muffin, I'm getting like this, like a picture of a muffin or a dough or a pastry type of note here. I don't know if it's the maple syrup with the brown sugar that's creating like, you know, a streusel type of note. But that's why I think I could like deal with this fragrance because of that pastry note that was coming out. Do you like this? Do you like this, Noodle? He's looking at me like I'm crazy. But again, if this becomes too sweet, I will probably burn this alongside like a very spiced heavy type of fragrances. But again, here we have maple pumpkin. Okay, so if you watch the Weather Channel, you would know that there's like a huge heat wave passing across the whole United States. And as a Florida native, it is hot. It is super hot. And of course, we always have very hot summers, but for some reason, it's like the humidity is like literally like I step outside and I come back and I'm outside there for like 2 minutes, like taking out my trash or walking my dogs. And I come inside and I'm like sweating like, you know, like a monster. But that being said, right now I'm like burning very sweet fragrances like Marshmallow Fireside, which is not that sweet, but I'm burning pumpkin s'mores, I'm burning pistachio cranberry. I don't have that many fresh type of fragrances in my collection, and honestly right now with this heat wave, that's what I honestly need, because just burning these types of fragrances right now, like the sweeter ones, are kind of just like it's just making me feel even more hot and just like, you know. But anyway, so these 2 types of fragrances are fresh and not gourmand whatsoever. So let's go over this first one, which is Fresh Fall Morning. I'm trying to block his face out. Fresh Fall Morning. So again, that beautiful light green with the leaves around the packaging and same lid. So we have notes of citrus, zest, woodland sage, and red delicious apples. Okay, right off the bat, you get that sage note. Like if you don't like sage, this is not the candle for you. And then a little bit of the brightness of that citrus. I think it's lemon because it's like kind of leaning towards cleaner lemon. You like that smell? Or is it too bright for you? And then a very slight hint of apple, like very slight hint. So if you're hoping for an apple fragrance from this, this is not an apple fragrance. I would consider this just like a perfumey sage citrus type of scent. This is probably the scent that I'm going to burn after all of these candles are done burning. So Fresh Fall Morning. Okay, last candle I purchased is Mahogany Apple. So out of all the, again, I forgot to mention this, but I love the packaging on these last 2 because of the watercolor picture that's at the middle of the label right there. Like it's actually like, looks like a watercolor with the books and then that coffee right there. And then same thing here, it looks like a watercolor picture with that red apple, which is a nice contrast to that deep dark green and then that blue book. So we have notes of red mahogany woods, golden delicious apple, pink peppercorn, and fresh lavender sprigs. Okay, so that other one was more perfumey. This leans more towards like a laundry linen type of scent, and like a kind of like yeah, like a laundry day type of scent because of that lavender sprig note right here. You do get that mahogany note that is in the mahogany teak wood. And then again, the apple is just like very, very faint here. It is lending a little bit of sweetness, but like it's not like a predominant note. But again, this is such a fresh, crisp fragrance compared to everything else that I'm burning, and this is very much needed right now in the heat. So if you're dealing with heat and you want to take a break from like sweet fragrances, I highly suggest getting these two right here. Okay guys, that's all that I have for today. Just letting you guys know, this probably be the last Bath & Body Works haul for just a little bit, because I do have the Caramel Sundays restock coming up. I just ordered from a small business, which you'll see probably sometime next week, and I have reviews coming up in terms of these candles, but I need to, like, you know, start purchasing other candles, fall candles for reviews, and just I want to make sure that I'm spreading my money across different businesses, and I do that for the most part, but you know, I just want to make sure that I'm making sure that I have time for other businesses. And right now, Bath & Body Works, I don't think they're coming out with anything new, so unless something crazy comes out, like for example, like their Apple Crisp fragrance that's supposedly supposed to come out, I might purchase that. But I'm going to take a break from Bath & Body Works because I do have other companies that I am going to be purchasing from. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment box, have you guys purchased any of these? Do you like any of these scents? Or also let me know if some of these burned badly for you guys. I have noticed that some of these wicks are like very different. Like these are like the ropey thick wicks. These are the thin ones. So again, I hope I don't have any wick issues, because I have been having wick issues with a lot of these candles from Bath & Body Works. But again, let me know any feedback you have from any of these candles down in the comment box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.